I want to welcome you back to BLACKSITE tonight. We're going to talk about President Obama's shocking betrayal of President Joe Biden. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. President Obama has been working behind the scenes with possibly Nancy Pelosi and other congressional leaders, fundraisers, trying to get Joe Biden to step aside. President Obama seen after the debate that Joe Biden wasn't up for the task to be reelected. So he used acolytes in the media. He just used George Clooney in an op-ed piece in the New York Times. But he's working, like I said, with Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, and other high-ranking Democrats to possibly get him to step aside. We know yesterday Joe Biden did his big boy press conference where he was calling Zelensky, Putin, and names that we never even heard of. But it seems like Joe Biden is still okay. He's the nominee. He has the delegates. He has the power. And now he's back on the campaign trail today. But Joe Biden and people in his administration feels as though President Obama has betrayed him, that he was going behind his back, trying to get people to get him to step aside. People like Jill and Hunter Biden are extremely angry at Barack Obama because this is not just being done behind the scenes. It's being said in the open. Politico has said it. We have also seen Morning Joe say that Barack Obama is behind trying to get Joe to step aside. And this is his former vice president. Supposed to be his buddy. We knew they weren't close. They were just working together so Barack Obama could get elected. But when you see things like this happen in politics, there will be a huge fallout. Those congressional leaders, those in the Senate who have come out against Joe Biden, you know that Joe Biden is taking names down. And if he goes on to win, which I think he will inflict some punishment on every member of Congress and the Senate because they didn't believe in him that he could go ahead and win this election. And it will be egg on President Obama's face. And it may be the end of President Obama's power because the power that he has is through Joe Biden. And if Joe Biden cuts him off, cuts Michelle off, yes, they will be loved in Hollywood, in certain parts of America. But as long as the farther you get from your presidency, the more people forget about you. Yes, you're the first black president, but you don't have the power that the president who is in power has. So Joe Biden, who is supported by the Congressional Black Caucus, who's supported by the Hispanic Caucus, who's supported by the Squad, it's going to be extremely hard to go to the convention and have a so-called real convention when you can nominate a new candidate. It won't happen. So if Joe Biden gets new, I would say by the end of this weekend, to the Republican convention, which he will be off the radar for approximately 5 to 7 days, he's going to be safe. And if he's safe, he's going to be the nominee, and he will face Donald Trump in the fall. Now, I don't know how Barack Obama is going to come back on the campaign trail for Joe Biden because of what he has done to Biden in this situation, how they can bury the hatchet after someone tried to get you kicked off being the Democrat nominee. This was a real power play right here by President Obama. He used George Clooney He used Nancy Pelosi. I know the Clintons haven't said much of anything, but I know this has all been President Obama. And some of the donor class, some of the Hollywood class, and there is going to be a price someone has to pay for what they have done. The people said that he was the nominee. If you're not going to use the 25th Amendment to say that something is mentally or psychologically wrong with Joe Biden, then you got to leave him in there. He's got to be the nominee. This is what the people want. This is what they voted for. Now, after having that debate, it seems like a large percent of the Democrats are wanting a second look, but you can't have that. So what's going to happen? Everybody is going to have to support Joe Biden. And Joe Biden knows it. Joe Biden right now is extremely angry. I would be too, because I thought this was possibly my friend. But to me, it was almost like the Ides of March that they had this man ready to go, and go ahead and put Kamala Harris in his seat. But either way it goes, if he goes on to win, he's not going to finish out the 4 years to 2028. Kamala Harris is going to be president. That's who you're really voting for. You're really voting for Kamala Harris. She will eventually take over. He will have to step aside. Maybe 6 months, 8 months into his next presidency when he's re-elected. He's got to step aside. But Obama feels as though he can beat Trump. It's some in his administration that don't feel as though he can beat Trump. But he will, with the help of the deep state. He will defeat Trump. I don't know if he will beat Trump like he did in 2020, which he didn't. But they will find a way to make sure that this man is inaugurated January 20, 2025, and it will be nothing but egg on Barack Obama's face. And Joe Biden will finally have the chance to put him in his place. And that's what Joe Biden will do. This is not a good look for the Democrat Party to see them infighting like this at this particular time, and how they're going to all come together, since you have so many of them feel as though that this man is incapable of being president. And everybody knows it. Every service knows it. China knows it. Russia knows it. Saudi Arabia knows it. Or England knows it. Everybody knows this man is incapable, but they don't care as long as he's not Donald Trump. I would love to hear your comments in the comments section. I want to thank you for listening to BLACKSITE. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash that like button, but also share this video.